back to the Wood and Metal Workshop. I'm Kent, and today we're back on our 2001 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD. I'm going to put seat covers on the seats. Now, a while ago I took the seats out so I could clean them and replace the center bench seat, the center seat, and the driver's seat. The center seat didn't have the fold-down armrest that I wanted, and the driver's seat had a big hole in the cushion. So I stopped by the junkyard and picked those up, some better ones. And so I've got them ready to go in the truck. We just need to get the seat covers on, and then we'll put them back in and they'll be out of the way. So first we're going to unbox the seat covers here. Of course I don't have my trusty knife on my hip today. Now, I did a lot of searching around and digging and trying to figure out what kind of seat covers I wanted, and I ended up going for a neoprene seat cover that will match the truck's color scheme. I like the idea that they're semi-waterproof, easy to clean, and should be ready to go. So we have an install tool that comes with it, and all the parts for the seats. So looks like this is the driver's side, which will be the last one that we do. So that makes this one the passenger side. So be back in a minute. We're gonna get the passenger seat up on the bench, and we'll go ahead and give you a shot. Alright, we're back. Got the seat up on the bench. Took a few minutes to vacuum the seat really well and clean up some of the other parts. This is the side molding. This model, I'm going to take a look at it, but it looks like it'd be easier to take the seat belt connection off here so you can get the seat cover on and then fit it around this. Gonna have to take a look at it just to make sure, but that's the way it looks to me. So got that cleaned up. That'll go back on here in just a minute, but first we need to take a look at the seat cover. Okay, it's got the holes for the headrest, and it's got the spot for the seat belt. And look at that. To make it easy, you don't have to remove the seatbelt with this model. It's got Velcro. Okay, now it's just a matter of hooking all the straps to different spots. Driver's seat will go exactly the same as this one did. And I think we'll get you some shots of doing the center console because that's a little bit different. And then we'll bring you back for the installation of the truck. Be back in a minute. All right, we're going to do the center seat now.
Maybe.
Stay. One thing this doesn't have that the old truck had is the cup holders that the old seat had. So I'm going to look at the old bench here and see if I can just put, I think cup holders mount up underneath here. Get the cup holders and put them on here.
I don't think they're gonna.
Well, you want to slide that seat out of the way?
Sure.
Still need to take the seat belts off this one to mount on that one too. That's a blue seat and we're going for gray, so. Yeah, and it's looks like 4 rivets. So rivets are easy to remove. Top rivets.
I do have a solution that doesn't require drilling. I've got that center console thingy in my truck that goes in down near the wheel well. The
Yeah,
footwells.
no, I'm just gonna use these.
Okay, well he does that, I guess. I'm gonna focus on taking out the seatbelt here. What do we got here? I like him. I don't really have an eye for sizes. I get lucky sometimes.
Nope, not quite big enough.
Bingo.
There's one. Two.
There it goes. In GM fashion. Oh, they locked it pretty good.
Which we will do the same when we put them back on. That's one thing you don't want coming apart on you.
No, never.
So while Colton's finishing that up, I'm going to take this over to the sink, give it a good bath, and we'll see about mounting it on the other one.
I'm going to give these a quick wipe down and get them installed. Alright, we got the foam. We got just some generic foamy orange by Lawson that we use here. We use it quite a lot when we're cleaning up small little plastic parts and pieces like that. It works really well. I use it to detail my own vehicle. As you can tell, it does a really good job. It does a moderately good job. I don't know if there's a torque spec for these parts.
There is, but I don't have the book here, so.
Yeah, and so I'm just going with our basic standby. If the little vein doesn't pop out of your forehead, it's not tight enough.
Okay, I'm letting the cup holders soak a little bit. There was a lot of crud down inside them. Colton did a good job getting these on. Let's make sure that it works.
Once again, bolt it down.
Yep, it works.
Oh, I guess you got it all dirty.
So, next up is putting the seats in the truck. We'll switch over to doing that in just a few minutes. Right. So, we got the cup holder cleaned up, and the seat's a little bit different, so it doesn't, the holes won't match up. So, in order to get it to fit, we're going to make a couple little brackets like this. They'll get bolted in here. This one goes on this side. And then pop riveted to our cup holders so it'll work. So, got one done. We're going to go over and drill the other one and get them put in place. Okay, we're going to start with a 3/16 drill bit. That's for the top rivets. And then we'll switch to I think I got a 17/64. Just a little bit bigger than a 1/4 inch for the bolts. When I marked out the holes on this angle iron, I biased them to this side a little bit so we can have room for a nut on the back side. By tilting your drill bit drill and drill bit a little bit when you're starting, you can move your center mark over a little bit to get on the center of your circle. Okay, both brackets are drilled. I'm going to grab some bolts and we'll start putting this together. Okay, because of the way the seat is put together, I'm putting the bolt in from the back side.
I gotta get a better shot.
I'm just using some 1" by 1/4 bolts. Lock washers and nuts. Thank you. Okay, before I snug those up all the way, I want to get the seat back in here. That's back in place where it's supposed to be. Yep, that'll fit there just fine.
Probably get that adjusted before you put that on. Oh, never mind, that's a lot of space.
Yeah, I got them sticking out a ways here. I really don't anticipate anybody riding in the center seat of the truck. That's why I wanted the armrest. So
Mostly because there's a back seat. We put in the seat belt just in case of someone actually might be sitting there, but honestly I doubt that's ever going to happen.
you know what? I was going to pop rivet this in place, but I think I will bolt it in place just to make things easier. So I'm going to lightly snug these up now. And I'm going to try to carefully drill out the holes. Okay, grab some more bolts, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to go with a Phillips head bolt on this. Just get a cleaner look. Evidently I didn't bias these ones to the side enough. Here. All right, there we go.
Well, it's not the prettiest thing on the planet, but it'll work.
I'll probably find a little plastic box that'll slide in between here. Keep pens, pencils, other stuff in that I use all the time. But the seat is ready to go. We'll bring it back when we're installing them in the truck.
Hey guys, welcome back. We got the passenger seat in here. Center console set in. Center console has to go in first. I don't know why. Probably safety things. I don't know. But that's in. Got the passenger seat in here. Gonna get this all bolted down and good to go. So let's get started. Alright. We got our bolts. These bolts are kind of some of the weirdest bolts I've ever seen. They're inverse Torx. External Torx?
That's what they're called, E-Torx.
E-Torx? Oh, I've never seen them before. They're kind of interesting, to tell you the truth. Once again, we're going to Loctite the crap out of these because we don't want this thing going anywhere during an accident, if there's ever an accident. So we got the first one. Alright, and we're back. Dropped my thinger here. Alright. Grab that. Looks like I dropped a nut too, but it's in here somewhere. I'll find it in a couple of minutes. Now these jump up. The bolts themselves are a external Torx 14. These nuts jump up to external Torx 20. Just for reference, and I need a bigger. For crying out loud. I gotta grab it bigger. They also jump up to a half-inch drive socket. So, be right back. All right, got my half-inch socket. Got my half-inch here, and gotta get this in. In here. That is way too big. To fit in that little hole. Well, I'll figure it out. I always do. So I guess we'll get this other side in first. Sounds like a good plan to me. I don't know if you can see it really well. Probably not. So we'll go freehand here. Tripod isn't really working out in this spot, which is okay. It happens. And there you can see it. I'm gonna get this sucker tightened down. Oh, knocked the camera. I love it when I do that. That's on there. It's not coming off anytime soon. Now I need to find a different E20 to get into this little alcove here. It's just this one's just too big to fit in there, so we'll be right back once this is all tightened down and ready to do the driver's side. Alright, got the back seat, or the driver's seat in place. Gonna get the back, once again, get the back bolts down and in place. Side of the seat. Now I'm not going to show that because there's not really a good place to put the camera, but I did find out that when you're using these e-Torx bolts and you can't get the actual the thingy, I've run out of words. Socket, thank you. See, run out of words. You can use a 12-point socket. For a 20, it's going to be about a 15 millimeter. Once again, it's GM. Metric is king. I don't know why. I prefer standard personally. So we'll bring it back when this is all down and tight. All right, seats are in. They're not going anywhere. Had a little trouble. The latch for the movement was a little bent, and we got it fixed, and now it moves and locks freely. But all in all, they're in there. The seat covers look really nice. They'll look great with the new paint job that we're putting on this thing. All in all, easy project. Little hiccup here and there, especially when you don't know what you're doing, but you can get there in time. So yeah, that's everything. You don't have to take the seats up to do this. I would highly recommend that you don't, because it can turn into a real pain in the butt. We did it because we were switching out some of the seats for new ones. It did make it a little easier attaching on the underside for the seat covers from time to time. But my recommendation is to not, and to do it while they're in place. It's a little more of a pain in the butt, but you know, space-wise and movement-wise, but it makes it a lot easier to get them nice and tight. So, with that being said, guys, you know, we got these from The Ultimate Seat Designs, custom seat covers. You can go onto their website, order. They have a certain set of color patterns, and you can order them to fit any seat. So, and they are made in the USA. We like to promote US businesses. That's the key point in this. So with that being said, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you think we could have done something better. We love hearing the comments. It keeps us going. It makes this show better for not only for us, but for you guys as well. Alright, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day.